The planet is on fire. It's estimated that in the last decade alone, we burned almost 7% of all the trees in the world. And the US is not exempt. Today, Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack released information, Nick, saying that $243 million were spent just last week fighting over 70 different fires that are happening right now. The agency has spent all the money given by Congress to fighting fires already. The 12 months of budget, it's gone. Now they're borrowing on the restoration fund, which is there specifically to maintain trails, to prevent further fires. You know what is the worst thing? Oh. This has been happening for 10 years. Really? For 10 years, the firefighting funds run out, and then they borrow from the restoration funds till they run out. So the Forest Service is in a complete deficit because every year they don't have enough money to fight, so they don't restore enough, so the conditions are there. Climate change is not helping.
Yeah, well, look, the problem is, right, we're seeing a lack of money in this sector. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. What is changing, though, is the amount of fires that are happening on this earth. 2015 was a pretty bad year as far as stats go. We're already worse than 2004. In 2004, over 8 million acres, that's a lot of trees, were burnt down. The worst of all, 2006, almost 10 million acres burned. Few more fires, and 2015 will get pretty close, if not beat that number. So we're seeing that it's getting worse and worse progressively, and that's terrible. I mean, we just did a study, not us, but a study just came out just a few days ago. They said that there's 3 trillion trees on Earth, roughly. You can't be exact about things like when it comes to trees, but they said that, and it's pretty interesting to hear that, and then meanwhile think about how many trees are being burnt down and the terrible things that are happening due to climate change, if you believe it.
Yeah, I mean, what is there not to believe? Now, a concrete thing. The Obama administration is pushing really hard to change the laws in Congress. So some of the fires, at least the most damaging ones, are covered as a national emergency. Because as of now, no fire qualifies for federal funds. As you know, so they rely on these smaller fire departments and county fire departments, many times staffed by volunteers. Right. And then when they face the need for this manpower, they resort to inmates. Would they go and have the opportunity to work, and they get paid higher? So there's a very high percentage of firefighters that are actually inmates. Now, the numbers that you gave, going back to the facts, just this year, Alaska provided 5 million acres of fires that burned. So it was like an increase in Alaska the last 3-4 years that have ballooned these numbers, and is there one of the reasons why this year alone we've right there at record levels, because Alaska is burning really, really fast. And then we don't talk about it that much because it's far away, because here in California we're very used to fires, because all of California lives in a situation where there's fires seasonally. But now with the drought, the bodies of water that firefighters use to put these fires out, they are dry. So it's harder to fight these fires. It's more expensive. For the first time, the Forest Service spends more money on fighting fires over anything else. Right. So it's a serious situation. They expect to keep spending around $100,000 per week, at least for the rest of the year, fighting these fires. Let us know where do you stand on this issue, and please subscribe to the Lib TV 2.